watch the sunset fade into a ghost of gold, like the stories of forever we both told. Now the silence in this room is getting way too loud, just a shadow of a person lost inside a crowd. I'm still holding on to strings that you already cut, keeping every single door you've already shut. I said I'd give you the world, I said I'd never leave. I made your heart beat the only air I breathe. But now I'm drowning in the space where you used to be, and us is just a memory haunting me. I promise to stay through the dark and the debris, as long as you love me, but you set yourself free. I see your ghost in the steam of my coffee cup. I'm still waiting for the phone to finally light up. They say time heals everything, but time is just a lie. It's just a slow motion way to watch a flower die. You were the anchor, but I'm drifting out to sea, 'cause I only knew who I was when you were with me. How do I unlearn the way your name feels on my tongue? How do I stop singing the songs we've already sung? The contract is broken, the ink has all run dry, and I'm the only one left still asking why. I said I'd give you the world, I said I'd never leave. I made your heart beat the only air I breathe. But now I'm drowning in the space where you used to be, and us is just a memory haunting me. I promise to stay through the dark and the debris, as long as you love me, but you've set yourself free. As long as you love me, but the lights are out. As long as you love me, yeah, yeah. I'm learning what never is about. Yeah, as long as you love me was the only way I knew how to live. Now I have nothing left to give. I'm still sitting in the kitchen, staring at your empty chair. The ghost of your laughter is the only thing left in the air. I kept the coffee warm, but the steam stopped rising hours ago. just like the fire in your eyes when you said you had to go. I'm holding on to shadows, trying to keep the light from fading out, but I'm drowning in the silence and the wreckage of this doubt. So let the stars fall down, let the oceans turn to stone. I'd rather watch the sky collapse than be here all alone. If I can't hold your hand while the seasons start to fade, then let the memories turn to ash and join this dark parade. If you're not coming back to save me from this hurt, then let the world burn, let it all return to dirt. Pictures on the hallway wall are starting to look like lies, a version of a forever that died behind your eyes. I tried to build a sanctuary, a place where we could hide, but you were already packing bags while I was still inside. Now the floorboards are screaming every time I take a step, and I'm choking on the promises that neither of us kept. They say that time is a healer, but time is just a thief, stealing every heartbeat and replacing it with grief. I don't want a new beginning, I don't want a brand new day. I just want the sun to stop and the moon to look away. So let the stars fall down, let the oceans turn to stone. I'd rather watch the sky collapse than be here all alone. If I can't hold your hand while the seasons start to fade, then let the memories turn to ash and join this dark parade. If you're not coming back to save me from this hurt, then let the world burn, let it all return to dirt. Let it burn. Watch the smoke rise up to where you are. I'm still here in the embers, wishing on a dying star. Just let it burn. The coffee's getting cold on your side of the bed. I'm still replaying every word that we never said. I memorized the silence, it's a heavy kind of sound. Watching all our forevers just crumbling to the ground. I'm wearing your old sweater just to feel a ghost of us turning memories into ashes, and those ashes into dust. I'm reaching for a hand that isn't there to hold, trying to find some warmth in a world that's turned so cold. Could you love me when the lights go out and I can't find the way, when I'm just a broken shadow? At the end of every day you saw me at my best, but then you couldn't stand the blur. Now I'm just the lonely where the happy used to occur. It's easy to stay for the sunshine, but you couldn't brave the thirst. You said you'd love me always, but you left me at my worst. I'm staring at the cracks in the ceiling and the floor, waiting for the click of your key inside the door. But the house is just a hollow shell, a museum of our past. I guess the things that burn the brightest aren't the ones meant to last. I'm an ocean of I'm sorry's in a desert of too late. Now I'm just a name you mention when you talk about your fate. Was I too much to carry? Was I too hard to keep? Are you finally finding rest while I'm forgetting how to sleep? You promised me a lifeboat when the storm began to burst, but you were the first to jump when I was at my worst. Could you love me when the lights go out and I can't find the way, when I'm just a broken shadow? At the end of every day you saw me at my best, but then you couldn't stand the blur. Now I'm just the lonely where the happy used to occur. It's easy to stay for the sunshine, but you couldn't brave the thirst. You said you'd love me always, but you left me at my worst. Yeah, you left me at my worst. Just a heart-shaped hole in the universe. I'm still here, but you're already somewhere else. Saw your car at the light, didn't wait. Just a ghost in the glass, another secret to say. Funny how we spend 1,000 nights in this skin. Now I'm wondering which door you're letting him in. We used to speak a language only we could translate. Now it's just how's the weather, and sorry I'm late. The silence is heavy, it's a physical weight. I've got your DNA on my favorite shirt, but I'm a stranger to your joy and a witness to your hurt. We're walking in circles on the same city streets, but our shadows don't touch when we happen to meet. It's the coldest kind of lonely, the hardest pill to swallow. How we're full of yesterday, before today we're hollow. From forever knowing to a night at the door, like we didn't trade souls on the living room floor. It's a tragedy, baby, how the fire let go to become just another person that I used to know. Yeah, we're just people, you know. Past that cafe where we planned out our lives, now the smell of the coffee feels like twisting the knives. I saw you posted a picture, you're wearing that smile, the one that says you haven't thought of me in a while. And I'm happy for you, or I'm trying to be, but it's hard when your heartbeat is still haunting me. It's the coldest kind of lonely, the hardest pill to swallow. How we're full of yesterday, before today we're hollow. From forever and always to a knot at the door, like we didn't trade souls on the living room floor. It's a tragedy, baby, how the fire let go to become just another person that I used to know. Do you still take your tea with 2 sugars and Sprite? Do you still leave the hallway lamp on through the night? I have all of these answers, but no right to ask. Moving on is a marathon, wearing a mask. We're just memories now, dressed in civilian clothes. Just people people you know. Candles burning low, casting shadows on the floor. I'm staring at the space where you don't live no more. The silence is a rhythm, it's beating in my chest. Every kind of hollow heart that can't rest. I'm replaying every word, searching for the crack, but no matter how I pray, I can't whisper you back. I'm drowning in the blue of a midnight sky, asking all the questions with no hello or goodbye. Just the scent of your perfume on a shirt I can't throw away, and 1,000 different things I'm still dying to say. Heaven knows I try to hold the pieces together. Heaven knows I thought we were up forever. Now I'm dancing with a ghost in a cold dark room, watching our garden wither before it could bloom. If there's a map to moving on, I'm lost on every road. Because heaven knows I'm still carrying you alone. Saw your name on my phone, just an old memory, but it felt like a lightning strike burning through me. I reached for my phone just to tell you my day. Then I remember the price that we both had to pay. It's a slow motion crash, it's a beautiful wreck, with the ghost of your arm still around my neck. Higher intensity, more so. Maybe the stars were aligned for a different time. Maybe loving you was my only beautiful crime. I go back to the start, I do it all again, just to feel the sun before we felt the rain. But the sky isn't different, the moon is so cold, and I'm left with a story that'll never be told. Heaven knows I try to hold the pieces together. Heaven knows I thought we were up forever. Now I'm dancing with a ghost in a cold dark room, watching our garden wither before it could bloom. If there's a map to moving on, I'm lost on every road. Because heaven knows I'm still carrying you alone. Heaven knows. Yeah, only heaven knows why you had to go. Just me in the shadows. Heaven knows. Coffee's getting cold on your side of the bed, tracing every I love you that you ever said. Now the silence is away, heavy in the air. I'm reaching for a hand that isn't even there. We used to be a rhythm, a perfect syncopation. Now I'm just a ghost at a lonely station. I see a shadow in the hallway light. I hear your whisper in the dead of night. But when I turn around, the room is hollow, just a bitter pill that I have to swallow. Now I'm looking left and right, searching for a reason we lost the fight. You were my North Star, my steady ground. Now I'm just spinning, nowhere to be found. Looking left and right for a trace of us, turning all our gold into settled dust. I'm paralyzed in the space you left behind, searching for a love I'll never find. The perfume on your sweater is starting to fade, just like the beautiful promises we made. I walk through the park where we carved our names. Now the memory burns like a dying flame. Every street corner has a story to tell of a heaven we built that turned into hell. Left is the memory of your morning smile. Right is the distance of every lonely mile. I'm stuck in the middle, frozen in time, trying to forget that you were ever mine. The fight. You were my North Star, my steady ground. Now I'm just spinning, nowhere to be found. Looking left and right for a trace of us, turning all our gold into settled dust. I'm paralyzed in the space you left behind, searching for a love I'll never find. Left, right, nowhere to go tonight. Just me and the echo of your name. Nothing feels the same. Tracing the outlines of your ghost in the sheets. The silence in this bedroom is the loudest thing I meet. I'm checking my phone like a habit I can't break, counting up the hours and the lessons in the ache. You were the rhythm, I was just the song. Now the melody is broken and the timing's all wrong. And I know we said forever, but forever's got an end. How do I unlove you? How do I unbecome your friend? The air is getting thin, the room is getting cold, watching all the stories that we'll never get to tell unfold. Oh, I'll always remember the way your laughter felt like home. Now I'm sitting in the quiet, learning how to be alone. Always remember the gold light dancing in your eyes before we turn to winter, before the us in us died. It's a beautiful tragedy, it's cinematic bliss. I'll always remember, but I'll never have your kiss. Left your favorite sweater hanging on the door. It smells like Sunday mornings and the love we don't have anymore. I'm walking through the grocery store and see your favorite wine, and for a split second I forget you are in mine. It's the little things that cut the deepest skin, knowing where we ended but forgetting where to begin. Do you think of me when the rain hits the glass, or am I just a shadow in your complicated past? I'm holding on to pieces of a mirror that's smashed, trying to find the fire in the middle of the ash. Oh, I'll always remember the way your laughter felt like home. Now I'm sitting in the quiet, learning how to be alone. Always remember the gold light dancing in your eyes before we turn to winter, before the us in us died. It's a beautiful tragedy, a cinematic bliss. I'll always remember, but I'll never have your kiss. Always, always. I'll keep the memory safe, even if I have to watch you walk away. Yeah, I'll always remember. Midnight static on the radio dial. I'm staring at the map, tracing every mile. You said you needed space, a breath of southern air, but you left your ghost in the hallway chair. Now the rain in the city feels cold and gray, while you're chasing the sun 1,000 miles away. I'm checking the weather channel just to see the heat. wishing I was the pavement underneath your feet. The distance is a fever I can't break. How much of this silence am I supposed to take? Now you're south of the border, dancing in the dark, leaving all these fractures around my hollow heart. Are the waves washing over the promises we made, or am I just a memory beginning to fade? I'm shivering up north, losing my composure, while you're finding yourself south of the border. Do the palm trees whisper my name at night, or does the salt air make everything feel right? I'm still wearing the sweater that smells like your skin, trying to find where us ends and you begin. You're sipping on tequila, drowning out the phone. I'm sipping on the realization I'm alone. They say the horizon is where the sky meets the sea, but it looks like the wall between you and me. I drive through the desert, I swim through the Gulf, just to save what is left of our beautiful self. But you didn't ask for a rescue, you asked for a flight. And I'm stuck in the shadows of a neon light. South of the border, south of the border, where the sun never sets on the things you forgot. I'm still here, waiting for the wind to blow you back, just a little bit closer. South of the border, and tracing shadows on the ceiling of this empty room. The scent of your cologne is still the only thing in bloom. I built a kingdom out of promises and forever views. But I forgot that glass and stone were never meant for two. Now the hallways echo with the words we never said. Just a ghost of us still dancing in my head. And I'm reaching for a hand that isn't there, breathing in the silence of the cold night air. I was the king of a world that you didn't wanna share. I'm sitting in my castle on the hill, watching all the clocks stand perfectly still. The walls are high, but they're closing in on me. I've got everything I wanted, but I'm far from free. Yeah, I'm the ruler of a ruin, a master of the ache, waiting for a heart that I know is gonna break. In my castle on the hill, they say the view is better from the highest point of view. But all I see are miles of road that lead away from you. I traded in my happiness for a crown made out of pride. Now I'm shivering in gold with nowhere left to hide. The throne is getting colder, the wine has turned to dust. This empire is falling to the weight of broken trust. If I burned it to the ground, would you see the smoke? If I screamed into the canyon, would you hear the choke? I'd give up every dime and every stone and every key, just to have you back here sitting next to me. Still sitting in my castle on the hill, watching all the clocks stand perfectly still. The walls are high, but they're closing in on me. I've got everything I wanted, but I'm far from free. Yeah, I'm the ruler of a ruin, a master of the ache, waiting for a heart that I know is gonna break. In my castle on the hill, just a silhouette in the window frame, whispering your name. In my castle, my lonely castle. Trace of your scent on the silk of the sheets. Still checking my phone for a heart skip a beat. The coffee is cold and the kitchen is quiet. I'm trying to breathe, but I'm lost in this riot of memories fading like smoke in the air. I reach for your hand, but you're just never there. I know that you said we were better apart, but you took the map to the rest of my heart. Now I'm just drifting, a ghost in this room, waiting for flowers that never will bloom. And I'm right here waiting for you. In the shadows of the dreams we never followed through. Yeah, I'm right here waiting for you. Like a melody that's lost its point of view. I'll keep the porch light burning low in case you find your way back home. Even if I'm just a fool for staying true, I'm right here waiting for you. The city is loud, but I'm stuck in the hush, missing the weight of your skin and your touch. I see your reflection in windows of rain, a beautiful portrait of highlights and pain. They tell me to move, they tell me to fly, but I'm anchored to us and I don't know why. Maybe the timing was cruel and unkind. Maybe I'm trapped in a state of my mind. But if ever you're lonely or losing your way, if ever you wake up with nothing to say, just know that the door isn't locked from the inside. I got nowhere to run and I got nowhere to run. Right here, still waiting. The silence is heavy, the stars are so blue, and I'm right